that?
Go ahead.
I'm Zach Butler. Got top 8 today, got 8th place. Finally broke the curse of the 1,000,001 9th places. That's nice. And yeah, just gonna show my Blue Eyes deck. It's nothing really special. It's just very focused on being able to play around the very back row oriented decks people in Minnesota tend to play. So we don't play real decks here. So this is kind of going to it.
Alright, cool.
So first you've obviously got just the standard 3 alternative, 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon. So this is actually just like more of an engine requirement. Like I wish most of the time I would actually side out of the third one. It just leads to more inconsistent hands. 2 Dragon Spirit of Light. I learned today that they have to have a monster for you to tribute that, so that was fun. Did not know that, because I've never read the card. You got your best starter, 3 Sage. Nothing to say about that card. And then me and my friend who also got first place elected to play Master. Initially I was very against this card. I didn't really enjoy how much it led to kind of subpar openings. But then a couple of friends of mine sat me down, talked to me, we discussed the deck when we were building it the other night, and they explained to me just how strong Master is, and it just allows you to win your mirror matches. It lets you continue to push with Sphere Dragon, so you essentially are playing like infinite numbers of every single Blue Eyes card in your deck, and this card was just insane today. I only used it once or twice, but every time I did it was just insane. Then you got your 3 White Stone of the Ancients, and 1 White Stone of Legend. This card was another card I actually sided out of quite a bit. It's only good when you're already winning, or if you open with Sage plus Melody, and in pretty much every other situation you never want to see it. So I realized that instead of playing at games 2 and 3, I could decide it out for more efficient cards. And then you got 1 Veiler, search for Sage, and 2 Maxi. Maxi wasn't actually that good all day. I didn't play many decks that special summoned in a way that allowed me to utilize it. I actually only played against 1 Burning Abyss, and then my losses were to Psyframe and Water. That card just doesn't do anything to either of those decks, because Water will just push through it, and Psyframe doesn't really special summon.
Hey, boys!
Spells, you got 3 Pot of Desires. This is the one difference between me and the first place deck. He chose to play, and he only has 2, so he played a second copy of Phoenix Wing Windblast over it. And a lot of the times he actually decided out of the second copy, or the third copy. Just because I didn't want to side out of any actual engine cards and make my deck less consistent. You got 3 trade-ins, 2 cards of consonants. These actually got sided out almost every round. Because you only play 4 copies, or 4 targets. Technically you play 7 of each. But I chose to side out of 1 of these usually, and the White Stone of Legend together. So that's really the only time I wanted to see it, was when I had White Stone. And then you've got 3 Return of the Dragon Lords. This card's just broken. There's nothing to say about that card. 3 Melody of Awakening Dragon. 1 Dragon Shine. I actually was playing 2 initially, and I cut it for Beam Swing Windblast, because the second copy was really just a Foolish Burial. And the reason why Foolish Burial is better is because it allows you to send Master, and that came up a few times. And you got 2 Twin Twisters in the main deck, 1 Silver Scry, 1 Soul Charge, obviously. Holy shit. 1 Phoenix Wing Windblast. I don't really have a reason why I only played 1, other than I just only had 1 CV1. And 1 Vanity's Emptiness. This card is crazy in the mirror match. It's crazy in every single matchup. If you open up with this and Spirit Dragon, you can just first turn make Spark Dragon on theirs, and then you flip this, and then it's just, they're not able to play for the entire game. So then for the extra deck, you have 2 Azure Eyes. I never really summoned the second one, but in theory, the way I thought about it was, every single time I would summon pretty much anything else off of Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, I would rather just be the second Azure Eyes. And a lot of people don't know that it activates, and so because of that, I got to tell one of my friends who didn't top that in the mirror match you always want to Wing Blast this, because it activates, it's not a continuous effect, to not be able to be targeted. And 2 Spirit Dragons, Crystal Wing, Secret Dragon, never made it. Spark Dragon, Moonlight. That's it for the synchros. And then for the Photon guys, you've got Dark Matter, Full Armor, Prime, and Cypher. I chose to play Prime just because I wanted to be able to run over. I don't know what card it was. There was some card I wanted to run over. And I was worried about them being able to out my effect, so I just specifically chose this just so I could use a damage step effect. This card was crazy. Summoned it almost every round. That's all there is about those cards. Heliopolis was just for when I did not draw Twin Twisters, but the one time I didn't draw Twin Twisters, I lost anyways, so that was cool. Dragluon. This is just for the mirror match, never came up, but earlier in the day I was playing against the hero deck, and he went Zolkin, Crystal Wing on turn 1, and I baited out the Crystal Wing, and I made this, took his Crystal Wing, and he just couldn't play, so that was really good. This guy, what was his name? Pope Harbinger or whatever? And then Alsay was just to out the mirror match, just to put like their cards back on top and stuff, and was for any sort of deck that's slower, just lets you continue to gain advantage that way. And then the side deck, you've got 2 Gamma Seal. So initially I wanted to play the Sticky String Kaiju, and then the more I thought about it, the more I realized that anytime you wanted that, you wanted Gamma Seal, and anytime you didn't want to see that one, and you would see Gamma Seal instead, it was almost always universally better, because at least it's a trade-in target. So I just went with that one. It's also got lower attack points. That was relevant like once. 2 Clock Mirror Dragos. This is for the mirror match. Never really came up. I did side him in against Psyframe and against Heroes. 3rd Twin Twister. Let's see that one. 2 Karma Cuts. That was again for the mirror match for Burning Abyss. And actually came in against Water. It was mostly just so I could continue to grind out the game, because one thing I saw a lot of people misplay with this deck is they would always try to just OTK, and they don't understand that since you're playing the better deck and since you're playing the bigger deck, you have inevitability, and you will, at some point, your engine will just be better than theirs. So you just want to force the game to go as long as you can, because eventually you'll just have more options than them. 2 Book of Eclipse. This was for any sort of card that did not allow me to play, so like Fossil Dyna. There's a bunch of Barrier Statue decks, Dark Law. To go with that, I played 1 Raigeki and 2 Dark Holes, again, just to stop any cards that didn't let me play. 2 Ghost Ogre, or not Ghost Ogre, Ghost Reaper. That was again for the mirror match, which never came up, and then I sided a single Typhoon, because I could not find a 15th card, and I felt like this is just an overall decent card. This is actually like my favorite side deck card of the day. I drew it like 5 times, and every time I do it, I would just win the game. So yeah, that's it.
Alright guys, well thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you think about this deck. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching.